Exactly 50 years ago today, I came to Hungerford for the very first time. I had been working in Wales for the Ministry of Agriculture, but I really wanted to start a furniture making business. I'd been doing woodwork since I was a young child and absolutely loved it, but this was going to be a massive step. I took 3 days off work to look for premises. I met a lovely chap called Robert Grange in Marlborough who said, "Have you tried Hungerford?" In those days I was driving a lovely Simca 1501, but today I'm driving a fabulous car. It's a 1968 Hillman Hunter. This is the car I drove halfway around the world. I walked up the high street, remember crossing the road and came down, and there was an estate agent's office called West Roberts. It's a dry cleaner shop now, but I went through this very doorway, up that step, and I said, "Have you got any premises suitable?" And to my great surprise, he said, "Yes, I have." He said, "Would you like to see it?" So we went out of his office, up through this little narrow passage, and there it was, the building where I would start my business. The building was full of rubbish. There were big holes in the roof, but I loved it. I agreed a rent with the owner of £2.50 a week. I went home that night and I did a little sketch of how I remembered the building, and I knew this was going to be the place for me. I did a lot of repointing. I put a completely new roof on one side. I concreted the floor in the showroom area and rough plastered the walls, and came to start the business on the 6th of January 1972. I was living in a tiny touring caravan, very, very small, and it was cold and damp, but every lunchtime I used to walk up the high street to a little baker's shop and have a heated up steak and kidney pie. I was ready to open in June. A few days before my official opening, a lady came to see me. She was called Mrs. Butler, and she came in to the showroom and very quickly said, "I'd like to order one of your dresses." This was the very first order I took. Soon after I started the business, I realized that I needed a machine called a spindle moulder. These are heavy machines and really need to be on a concrete floor, so my little building with its weak wooden floors was not suitable. But I didn't need to look far. On the other side of the high street was another derelict building which had been a blacksmith shop, so I took this building. I did that building up again to a very high standard. With all my new machinery, I could produce quite a lot of furniture. So I knew I needed a proper shop, and I took the lease on a fabulous new shop farther down the high street. I painted the walls white, the ceiling dark brown. I put a lovely dark brown carpet on the floor. I was doing it all myself at the time. I put all the stuff in there on the Friday night, went home tired but happy. Next morning, a man popped his head in the door and said, "My goodness, this ought to be in Bond Street." I opened 3 weeks after I signed the lease. Even Terence Conran came in to have a look around, and wow, what a fantastic day it was. I love showroom openings. Our London flagship showroom opened at 156 to 158 Wandsworth Bridge Road, Fulham, on the 22nd of April 2004. This showroom was where all my dreams came to fruition. I can see the beautiful entrance doors now. I was so proud.